You guys already know this the main one tapping in all the way from H-Town, Houston, Texas. I'm here with my boy T.A.G.
T.A.G.
T.A.G sucks.
T.A.G, very nice, very evil.
T.A.G's gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's T.A.G shit.
Whose house? T.A.G's house, baby.
The only thing we're gonna do is take over, baby.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Free fall as I die through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really.
For the ones sitting at home watching this on YouTube or watching it even on Spotify, I really hope that y'all did not skip that beautiful new intro. Shout outs to the legend, the Hall of Famer, the gold medalist, Kurt Angle, Samoan Joseph, and Swerve Strickland blessing us with new drops to add to the current drops.
For sure.
And welcome to another episode of Tag Me In, aka TMI, where the original members of Tag here are here to bring you the good, the bad, and everything in between on the wonderful world of wrestling. And who am I? Not the disembodied voice of ScooterRay. You know, this is a special occasion. You know, this is our main preview, so I had to do what I had to do to be on camera. And the person to my immediate left, he is a former ROH Tag Team Champion because at the same convention, Sammy Guevara blessed him with the ROH Tag Champ for the photo. So I mean, for a brief moment in time, that makes him.
I mean, you rock it. You is
but,
it. Yeah.
But not only is he the former ROH Tag Champ, this weekend he will be gunning for this championship.
This is true.
The Technical Prediction Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Lip D's Lay. And that beautiful, handsome human being to my right, with our mascot chilling in the back, the gentleman who will be challenging me for this championship, as y'all saw the one Swerve Strickland, you know, well, not this version. He will be getting the, well, I don't know, maybe this version or the gold-plated version, whatever which one. But he'll be challenging me for this championship this weekend at WrestleMania. Give it up to the heartthrob, Jaeger Bombastic. So fantastic. Matter of fact, let me go and continue to applause.
But say, dang, I don't get the clap track.
I got you.
But I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Two-time, two-belt ScooterRay. You know, I'm gonna have a busy weekend, so you know, just to get that.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? You know, it's WrestleMania weekend. How y'all feeling?
Yeah, that it is, man. That it is. Feeling all right.
Yeah.
Again, bittersweet, you know, because you know with the former, but you know, hey, the record books ain't gonna say it, but we all know what happened.
Yeah. We all know what happened. Absolutely.
I will say one thing. When I was looking back at these pictures, you know, and we did talk about these interactions that we had over the weekend. The one interaction that, you know, we all pretty much had at the bottom of our list, for me, ended up granting us one of the best pictures, because the more I look at it, the more I'm like, damn, man, that picture makes us look like one of the hottest factions. Like Ruby Soho just put together one.
Right?
Of the, okay. So
right?
I thought I was the only one.
And especially too
We were there.
with Taiki B being there and him being so tall. Like it really did look like we're one of the best factions that never existed.
Exactly.
What you talking about? We're a faction right now. What's up?
I mean, we are.
You know,
we are,
maybe Lip Dizzle's magic. He could probably splice that picture up.
Actually,
yeah.
I absolutely.
You know,
can.
but
I absolutely can.
But yeah, we look like one of the best factions that never was. Shout outs to Ruby Soho and Angelo Parker. You know,
Yeah, what I mean, look, everybody was so cool over the weekend, man. Having all these conversations, and honestly, it went way better than I expected it to. So I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
Here it is.
One of the things y'all should have seen. There you go, right there. Look at that. Look at those beautiful human beings right there. One of the best factions to never exist. What could have been? What could have been? But yeah, so WrestleMania weekend. Oh, well, hold on. Once again, shout out to Sammy Guevara, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, Ruby Soho, Angelo Parker, Swerve. Every interaction we had was amazing.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, pretty much. And you see the three blessed us with new drops. Can't help but to be mad. Just you know. But to the detriment, we also got to thank that man to the left of me. You know, the mouthpiece. You know, he went in there, he handled business, he asked, and they were more than happy to give us those drops. Like there was no, you know, he had to, you know what I'm saying, break an arm. You know, he had to wrestle none of the wrestlers to do so. So yeah, Nostalgia Con, thank you for that weekend, and we can't wait to see who you possibly may bring in October. So when you come back for part 2. So
what can we say? You know,
even
this is just magic with the words, you know?
You know what I'm saying? Like
man rolled straight 20s on the charisma check, you know?
You would have thought he was a lyrical international prodigy at some point.
You would have thought. You would have maybe thought.
You would have thought. But I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Hey man, we can't hog the spotlight, man. We gotta ask Shaker how he's doing, man.
Me? Oh, I'm great, man. Like, I got a fantastic weekend with my bros. Like it's doing good, you know? All the love for y'all, man.
I feel like you asked that for another reason.
No, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought something.
Oh, but you know, I will say that one of the highlights outside of wrestling was actually getting that autograph, like right after Lip with Ben Starr.
How was he?
Oh, bro, like Lip, you tell yours and then I'll tell mine right after.
So, you know, one didn't know what to expect. So, okay, so you know how long that line was.
Yes,
the line went down. That line went down halfway by the time we actually went back around. So the same people I was behind, they were just in the middle because I think he had
really
he stepped away for a second. Something had happened, but they had been there for a minute. So once we got in line, it kind of went by quick. But then once I got up to him, look, I think the universe was blessing me because whoever the lady that brought up that Starbucks to Ben and also his assistant that was there, thank you, because it allowed me to have one of the most wholesome interactions because he ended up having, I think it was like a breakfast sandwich from Starbucks, and he was like, hey, well, you get to watch me devour this sandwich, and he's like, we get to have dinner together or something like that. And so it allowed me to actually have a genuine conversation with them. And I couldn't have asked for a better interaction. Unfortunately, he didn't sign all the games that I had brought. But I mean, hey, he did sign my Final Fantasy 16 Deluxe Edition. So that was good. But yeah, he gave me some good advice as far as like getting into voice acting and okay. And then we both talked about doing that shit again. So, you know, also I the question I did ask him was about Final Fantasy VIII, and I asked him what character he would actually like to voice. And without me even finishing the question, he was like Laguna. And I was like,
wait, and why Final Fantasy VIII? That's his favorite?
Yeah.
That's the one he wants to voice, yeah.
Yep. And I did not expect him to say Laguna, and then he broke it down as to why he wouldn't voice him. He kept saying, he's like, well, this is why I want it to be like this. I want them to actually invest more time into Laguna's story, and if they do the remake, I was like, okay. And then he threw the question back on me, and I completely dumbfounded because I wasn't expecting it. I was like, damn, I didn't expect you to ask questions.
You wasn't expecting that. Then I just reverse.
I did not, but look, it was wholesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, We'll meet again, Ben.
Also,
we'll meet again.
Also, this is kind of this is wrestling related because he was a former guest host on Raw. That Sunday, Aranya and I got a chance to meet the one and only Seth Green, and he was cool as shit.
Oh, good shit.
Yeah.
Did you go back and see Swerve?
Yeah, we went back and saw Swerve as well. Yeah.
How was it?
It was cool. Like, once again, there was hardly anybody there, so we got a chance to have a small little conversation. The conversation we had with him Sunday, I was asking him, one, how did he realize he can get off into that death match style? Because he was talking about how, because he was talking about how, when people get the idea of AEW, then it's like, boom, this is AEW, but blood, da, da, da. And I asked him, because he was talking about that's how they thought with CZW, but he was like, CZW actually had legit wrestling on it. I know. Saying those letters together is beating my ass right now. But then I asked him, how did you find out you could get into that style of wrestling? He was like, the backyards. And he just and it just carried over. He said it carried over with CZW. Then of course when he was in Lucha Underground, and that's when I asked him, how did it feel wrestling under a mask? And he was like, it was actually fine. He said the only thing that had to change was when he was growing his hair out, they had to redo the mask because he was like, I can't fit the hair under the mask thing. So
yeah.
Aranya gave him a compliment talking about, I don't see how y'all handsome men be wrestling under masks and we can't see your face. So, but yeah, once again, all around, like I said, meeting Seth Green, meeting Swerve. That whole Nostalgia Con weekend was just one for the books.
Oh, absolutely.
It was absolutely
one for the books. And speaking of Sunday, let's get into it. We had AEW Dynasty.
Yeah.
And, the pre-shows happened. That's fine. But the show started off.
Pre-show happened. Pre-show keeps getting done dirty, but respectfully.
But, I mean, okay, fine. Only because Jaeger twisted my arm. Twisted my arm. Camille defeated Big Ann. Alex Windsor defeated Marina Shafir. And obviously, they do not really see it for Marina at this point in time. Like, there's nothing. Jungle Jack Perry retained his national championship against Mark Davis. And Divine Dominion retained against Hyon and Maya World. And like I said, getting into it, the Young Bucks taking on Okada and Takeshita. And the caveat to this match is if Okada and Takeshita can get along, then Takeshita can get a title shot against Okada at Double or Nothing. And the only thing I disliked about this match was we've been seeing Okada and Takeshita already going back and forth. So it felt like it was nothing new.
Yeah.
Fair with enough. Okada accidentally hitting Takeshita with the Rainmaker and all of this, it was like we've seen a lot of these interactions before, so it was like, they did get to fighting at one point, but once again, we've seen it before,
Yeah.
So it was nothing new, but ultimately Takeshita kind of walked out, and the Young Bucks won. Gentlemen, you have anything to tack on with this tag match?
By the numbers.
Yeah. But at the same time, we'll get into it with Dynamite, but damn, what are we on? Like a year plus now with this build up?
Some, but it's been at least a solid year. Although Okada and Takeshita build up, so yeah. At least. So.
And we get the payoff already. Anyway.
But tonight on Collision, Renee did ask Don Callis, hey, since they did get to fighting, is the match still on? And Callis was like, I did review the tapes, and unfortunately, the match is off, and then Okada cut him off and said, "Nah, I want to defend the title against Takeshita because I have a belt and he don't. So we're still going to get it. We're still going to get Okada and Takeshita at Double or Nothing. So yeah, it's finally going to go down." All right, so I'm gonna introduce this match, and in the fairness of being nice, I ain't gonna say nothing. Christopher Jericho took on Ricochet. One of you gentlemen, take it away.
You mean bald?
No, bars. The way Scoot had presented that.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, but it was just funny watching Jericho's promo or his back and forth with Ricochet on Dynamite.
Dynamite, yeah, but
like he kept on doing the Austin Powers thing, like when like what was it in Goldmember? But what's up?
That promo on Wednesday was better than this match.
Yeah, all this match did was basically show us that Jericho can still go for his age, which is fine. I mean, what else can you ask for? I mean, there's really nothing that's going on for Jericho that's exciting for anybody at this point. Nothing against Jericho, but I mean,
he did just come back.
Yeah, and I mean, nobody's asking for this. And again, no disrespect to Jericho or Ricochet for that matter. I mean, this is a match. It is a match. It was there. It was.
I'll say it's unfortunate timing considering Ricochet's snafu with the internet.
Well, I think they pretty much forgot about that shit because he ain't getting nobody's back.
Yeah, because he really didn't. Because like even the crowd still treated him the way they treated him. You know, they still call him bald. I mean, it ain't like he was getting extra heat. So yeah, I think that's pretty
fair.
Much a footnote in history at this point.
I mean, heel stayed heel. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. So, but Ricochet gets the dub by hitting the lion salt on Chris Jericho, and they had a whole bit about it, and the man jumped Chris Jericho, and my whole time I was thinking, is Brian Keith and Big Bill supposed to come out and save him, or at some point there's going to be some duo that's going to save Jericho. They're not going to keep letting Jericho get beat up 3-on-1. So some duo is going to be like, we got your back against the demand, Jericho. So I guess we'll see who that duo is going to be. But
best prediction on who that is?
I still think Big Bill and Brian Keith at this point.
Oh, legit. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So
I kind of want them to move away from that tree of knowledge shit, but yeah.
I mean, I do too, but I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
But yeah. Rico gets the dub. Then the next match, Andrade El Idolo taking on Darby Allin, and pretty much if Darby Allin gets the dub, Darby Allin is #1 contender. And not only that, the Don Callis family was paid to take out Darby Allin as well, so he won't get that title match. And I like the fact that this match kind of felt similar to the him and Johnny Gargano match in NXT, where it kind of started off slow and then all of a sudden it just ramped up and you was
picked up.
Wait.
Yeah.
So
like, wait, hold on.
Because at first I was like, exactly. At first I was like, I guess. I mean, this match is really happening. And it was like, wait, hold on, I gotta pay attention now. Hold on. Like, wait, they doing shit.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Oh yeah, like they was doing shit. But Darby gets the dub. I mean, no duh. Darby gets the dub. Gentlemen, any thoughts with Andrade and Darby?
I
mean,
again,
go ahead.
Something expected, but I mean, hey, Darby doing Darby shit for the sake of Darby's body.
Darby shit.
Hey, it is what it is.
And you know what was funny? Ashley had asked me today, like, does it really hurt if Darby's like crashing into you, considering he's so thin? I was like, I don't know. Darby be really throwing himself into people, so it probably does hurt a little bit that he's crashing into you.
Like, so that is still like 50 pounds, 160 pounds of a human being being launched at you.
crash it into you. Yeah, so it probably does still be like, hey, say fam.
All I gotta say to Andrade is, hey man, you gotta get on my level, bro. Ain't no way I should have been an ROH champion before you, man. Go ahead and get that ROH belt from Bandito. So you know, I'm just saying, man. Just go ahead and get on the bandwagon.
That has to sting.
It
and
should.
The counterpoint is apparently they're just giving that shit away.
Nah.
He won that fair and square. We saw it all.
Saw it without a partner. I had Nicholas on my side.
Pretty much.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Lil Jimmy or some shit.
I'm about to say now you had Lil Jimmy, if anything.
I know I would have preferred. I would have preferred a Lil Jimmy, but you know, I had to go with the lesser of two evils on that one, which would have been Nicholas, because this god awful.
Fucking weird time in wrestling. Yeah? What? You got something to say?
Strowman literally won the tag team championships at WrestleMania with a 9-year-old.
I mean,
I gotta love it.
Yeah, I know.
That happened.
It happens.
That is wrestling history for some reason.
It's in the books. Your next match.
Insert random producer's child here.
Right. For
Anyways,
the AEW
next
Tag Team Championships, FTR and Big Stoke taking on Cage and Cope. They was beating the shit out of each other. Especially Cage and Cope was getting the shit beat out of them. Like, damn.
And Stoke wasn't doing a goddamn thing.
He didn't have
running his mouth.
He did exactly what was needed of him.
Exactly.
Not shit.
He did exactly.
Well, I'm saying
you
included him in the match. You said
because he's right there. How can you can't ignore? He's right there. He's right there.
I don't see it in class. I don't see it.
Damn. You can't see a dude all your life.
Oh,
I can't see a dude that gets no hose.
Exactly. Shout out to the crowd for Dynamite last night. But yeah, you know, I don't, you know, it's hard for me to see irrelevant people. I just it's crazy. And it's not hate if I'm telling the truth. I mean, I just call myself a truth teller. You know.
Okay.
Just saying.
Big Stoke right here. You still with me? Still here.
Just because he puts Big Stoke on his jacket, don't make that true. That sound like some lies right there.
Big Stoke.
Just
Big
saying,
Stoke tells no lies.
Look, this isn't hatred towards bald people. Uncle Don is bald and he still fly as fuck.
Yeah. I know. I got a problem with people with grown men with size 6 shoes. You know.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. That's insanity.
I know, isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
That is insane.
I don't know. I don't know how Stoke gets hit when everybody can like swing over him, you know?
Dang, y'all are being brutal.
You know what I think it is? It's like a face magnet. It's like anytime you swing, you'll swing over, but it's like your hand automatically like a gravitational pull, fist to face with Stoke. It happens.
He does have a big old head.
Exactly, bro. Hard to miss that shit. That's what Big Stoke stands for right there. Big ass head Stoke.
That's what the big is for.
Did y'all think that FTR was going to retain in this match?
No, but it makes sense.
Not at first. Mm-hmm. As the match went on, I was like, oh shit, yeah, they're going to retain.
Okay. So, I know they had that little thing on Dynamite yesterday, but then today, Cage came out and pretty much was like, I know Cage and I technically can't challenge for the tag titles. And he was like, but I'm going to kind of find a way to pretty much get back because, you know, he still haven't forgave what they did to Beth. And then RPG Vice comes out jumping on Cope, and then FTR gets in the ring, and it's a 4-on-1 until the Young Bucks come out and kind of even the odds, so to speak. So maybe
I gotta give props.
we're gonna get Young Bucks and FTR again. I don't know. So
I gotta give props to the Young Bucks. Like, they went from easily the most annoying and I guess hated tag team in the AEW to turning around and being like baby faces and honestly like pretty well loved by the fans. And they're able to just like flip it like a switch. Like, they did their humiliation tour and everybody joked on them for a minute, but as soon as like the time passed for that, everybody's like, you know what? Yeah, Bucks ain't so bad.
well, you know, sometimes all it takes is just that you know, one, maybe two good moments, and you're like, you know what, these dudes ain't so bad, you know. So
yeah, you're right.
Usually what tends to happen. Sometimes it's like, these guys ain't so bad, you know. So, and that's the thing that always helped out the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks aren't bad, you know. They are good wrestlers, but you know,
absolutely,
like you said,
they just play heels,
you know, really
well sometimes.
Yeah, and when you in that moment, it's to be like, man, get these dudes off the TV. But FTR retains, and I never want Big Stoke off my TV. You know what I'm saying? He could. You know what? I need Big Stoke on commentary for a whole episode of Dynamite or Collision.
We don't.
That's what I need. I need.
You know
Big
what?
Stoke.
That's fair.
You said
that's
you
fair. We need a situation like a MTV2 where it's like you can watch Dynamite with, you know, Stoke all up on commentary and get all those little backstage clips, and then we can get the regular MTV where it's like we got AEW Dynamite and it's like no Stoke. I'd be fine with that. I'm cool with that separation. That's, you know what? That's probably the best idea you had tonight, man. We should applause for that shit right there. That's some applause.
All right, moving right along to the
you know what?
casino gauntlet
hold
match.
on. You know what? I'll put a little more respect on him. Real quick. I'll put a little more respect on him.
Go ahead.
We need a punching bag like a Shivani, but Shivani's got to take days off every now and then. So, I mean, you could put in Stoke.
I don't, because I just don't want to see him because he can run away.
You won't. You'll just hear his voice.
No, I don't want to hear his voice either. I like.
Oh shit!
Needs to be excommunicated from like my TV screen. You know,
the disrespect.
I'll pay a subscription for that shit. Give me HBO Max Plus. This is like you get no ads, no Stoke.
Ooh.
Take my money.
It's actually a pretty fire tagline right there.
Right?
That is disrespectful. Once again,
moving
along. Moving along.
Need
Casino gauntlet match to determine a new TNT champion. We know Kyle Fletcher is out. Tommaso had the number 1 spot. Roosh had the number 2 spot. And I'm going to read all the entrants. Bandito was number 3. Speedball number 4. El Clone was 5. Pac was 6. Daniel Garcia was 7. Anthony Bowens was 8. The Jet Kevin Knight was 9. And Wheeler Yuta was 10. And those were your 10 participants for that match. And I'm not going to lie. I was very surprised that they gave it to Kevin Knight.
And how many people total were supposed to be in this match?
I don't know.
Sir.
Like, was it supposed to be 20? I don't think they announced a full-fledged list of people.
They did not, but
So
I don't think they've
know.
ever fully announced the roster.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was supposed to be that many people. So it could have just been just the 10.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Okay.
but now
I mean,
I'm thinking to
looking
myself,
at previous history, 21 is like your number.
usually. But that's when they did
So
that
I
whole,
think that's nice that they
other battle royal.
I think it's nice that they switched it up. Is all I'm
Yeah.
going to say.
But
And here comes
I mean,
Lip with the hate. But anyways,
but you know, I was happy for Kevin Knight. I just wasn't expecting the company to be like, "Oh, we going, no pun intended, all in with Kevin Knight." Like,
Well, and I was confused on it too until I saw Dynamite. I guess we're kind of blending Dynasty and Dynamite.
yeah, we're kind of blending. Yeah,
I was confused on it up until I seen his entrance when he went up against Claudio. because there was a nice little blink and you miss it moment with him and Speedball, where it was like, because normally in their interests they always, you know, high five, congratulate, whatever. You had an instance where Knight didn't acknowledge Bailey, and then Bailey had like a small like instance where he kind of like looked like, wait, like what's up with that? I believe they're gonna turn this into a situation where the gold gets to his head, and then we get a match between them for the TNT Championship. Especially with the promo that he had put after the match with Claudio, where he was like 2 belts, and I was like, okay, I see what we're doing here. But yeah.
I mean,
okay,
it's been a while since we've seen somebody get egotistical over his belts in that sense. But it also depends on how he runs it.
Well, this is technically his first singles championship in AEW, so
yeah.
Let's see it on him, man. I want to see that title get rotated around more. Or I want to see more activity with that belt, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't mind that, Jaeger. At this point, I wouldn't mind that because there's so much talent within that division of who can win that TNT championship that I actually wouldn't mind seeing it kind of rotate more. So that's actually not a bad idea.
Thanks, Loki.
See? Even Loki.
You got to relax, though, bud. Come on.
Now,
Bud.
Arguably my favorite match of the night, Tekla taking on Jamie Hayter, because Tekla was beating the shit out of Jamie Hayter damn near the whole fight.
The disrespect.
Like,
I know.
Exactly. Like, yes, Jamie Hayter was getting some offense in, but Tekla was beating her ass literally the whole fight. And it was like, you would have forgot that Hayter was a former champion the way she was getting her ass beat at Dynasty. And it was like, damn, this what we doing?
Yep. And she damn sure acknowledged that shit on Dynamite too.
She did. This what we doing. But yeah, literally, this was my favorite match of the night. But like I said, kudos to Jamie too, because Tekla kept putting her down, but she was still getting up until, you know, the end. But it was like, damn, this what we doing?
Like, why we got to get an ass whooping going? Like
it was.
I don't know why we're
squash match.
I mean, look, Jamie Hayter still put up a solid fight, but damn, like I almost would have thought this was a Barry.
Damn near. If we really being fair, but yeah. But Tekla still remains champion. She just moments before she just retained against Alex Windsor, so Tekla is still your AEW Women's Champion even after Collision. So yeah, now I'm really wondering who's going to be the woman to dethrone Tekla. I'm really kind of intrigued on who's going to be, because do you bring Mercedes in as a face to take on Tekla, or do you hit the panic button and give it back to Toni Storm? Like, you know.
Nah.
Is Toni injured?
I think she just requested time off.
Okay.
Yeah, for this, especially with the way that they're building up Tekla, which I think is a good change of pace from previous women's champions, because I think she's gotten into her groove, both in ring and promo. I think you do bring Mercedes in as a face. I think you go ahead and you let the was it Toxic Triangle? Triangle Madness.
Yeah.
Toxic Triangle is funny.
You let them
same thing.
But you allow them to run roughshod a little bit. I don't know, because I don't think you take the women's tag titles off of
Divine Dominion. Nah.
So you kind of just keep it how it is, and then you just let them kind of do their thing and go from there. Yeah, man. Now when they do it, I don't know. But I also don't think that you need to have a lengthy title reign for Tekla. I think if she's just dominant up to this point, and then just make her case known, and then have Mercedes come in as a face, and then or bring Britt fucking Baker back.
You could do that too. That's also.
Can we defrost her already? Like, can we bring her out of the ice? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know, but that's
those are my two.
Well.
Yeah, those are my two.
Maybe she's living in her best. I mean, maybe Britt's living in her best Cole world, But
maybe at this point.
I mean, as far as this match went, I think we covered everything we need to cover on it. But I just want to see. I want to see where this goes with Tekla. Because, yeah, she's putting on, like Liv just said, she's putting on a good show. She's coming into her own. It'll be interesting to see so far. I want to see what more she can do before we eventually get tired of it, as we do with every champion.
Right. Speaking of tired of it, tired of it in essence. Jon Moxley defended his Continental Championship against one William Ospreay. Look here.
I mean,
how do you start a match off hitting two? What's the finisher called?
Hidden blade.
Hidden blade, and you just was like, nah, I'm gonna let it marinate.
Yeah.
You let it marinate and got your ass whooped later on.
Like
William Ospreay, what are we doing, Ospreay?
The man has an iron neck now, apparently.
I don't know if that's a pause, but I'll let it ride. I'll let it ride. Pause.
No, like, look, I love Jon Moxley, but apparently so does Tony Khan. A lot more than we do. Like,
because Moxley get a championship and he holds on to them bitches for a little bit.
It's like, if they find some kind of creative delay, or they're like, shit, I don't know where to take this next. It's like, all right, put the belt on Mox for a little bit. Let us think about who's.
That's the way it does come off. Hey, just put the belt on Mox for a little bit. Huh?
Like, it's like, hold on, we need a champion. I don't know who. I need to like develop a storyline real quick. Put the belt on Mox for a bit. He knows how to roll with it.
Yeah, he knows how to figure it out.
And then every time he drops one of these belts, I'm expecting him to take some time off. No, the man just cuts a promo, shrugs the shit off, and then keeps it rolling. It's like, wait, what's going on here? Like,
that's why it was. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're good.
No, that's why it was so funny how we were all saying, because Moxley cut that little promo after he won, that, oh yeah, his time is numbered. But now the whole fucking Death Riders keep losing except for Mox. Like, what is happening? So, I mean, Claudio had the CMLL championship, but he lost it to Hechizero. So it's like, well, shit. So we really don't know what's the end to the Death Riders, if there's even going to be an end game at this point.
Can't just exile the leader after all the other members are losing left and right.
Apparently so. But
also, I think Mox is happiest as a tweener, or whatever the fuck he is technically.
I can see that. I can 1000% see that, because at this point, you know, I'm not saying he's necessarily at the end of his career, but he's at that point to where, since I had that last run as champion, you can kind of put me in these little spots here and there and let me kind of just, you know, do what I need to do to elevate some things. So, yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know who's gonna get that. I don't know if Ospreay is gonna try to challenge again for the Continental Championship or what, but we're here. And speaking of we being here, of course, now that we know the full story, we see why it happened. But boy, oh boy, my furious nature was furious. So Saturday, the Dogs, Gabe Kidd, Dave Finlay, and 100 Proof Clark Connors wins the Trios Championships off of Mystico and Jet Speed. And then 24 hours later, they get challenged by the conglomeration with a returning Kyle O'Reilly. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We have new Trios champions. But we did find out that Gabe Kidd is injured. So maybe that's why they dropped the belts so fast. But it was like, get the fuck out of here.
But y'all just had the shits.
Like y'all just won them. You just had it. And then not only that, but then I feel like they purposely held this match for so long just so it could be at least 24 hours that they held the championships. Because this shouldn't have been the match before the main event.
Oh, like a full 24.
Yeah, I think they purposely gave them a full 24 hours. Because why else would you save this match so late in the card?
That's a good point, man.
But Dave Finlay and Clark Connors did beat up the Young Bucks and the Rascals tonight, and they pretty much saying that, hey, we want the tag team titles. Since I guess Gabe Kidd was gonna be out for a bit, so they was like, well, if we can't be a trios, then we gonna at least be a tag team, and we want the tag team titles. So,
I mean, I can't do anything but respect that, though.
Yeah, I mean, they had to pivot, so they pivot to the tag team championships for the time being. So there we go. And your main event of the evening, you had the Devil taking on the God of Pro Wrestling. MJF defends the AEW World Championship against to steal a line from Uncle Don, Kenny by God Omega. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all take it.
Like, look, I know it had to happen. Like, we weren't trying to see MJF lose a belt this soon. It just hurts when it's one of my personal favorites. And a man with so many goddamn accolades that honestly, any other promotion, if he were to just walk in there and say, I want the belt, they can be like, all right, win.
Pretty much.
But to be fair, there wasn't a whole bunch of major buildup. I mean, yeah, we had a few months worth of buildup. And that's good pacing for most times. But I didn't feel a huge, like, Titans clashing type of storyline, like the way they were presenting it. Like, again, the Devil versus the God of Wrestling. Kenny earned that title from all of his accolades in his career. And MJF has earned his title, like, again, through all of his accolades in AEW, which is the majority of his career.
Yeah, but even then, MJF started calling himself that.
Exactly.
And it just stuck.
Like,
you know.
Exactly. So if I could redo this feud, I would want to put more stakes on the line, or like more personal, like, battles between each other. Like, make this something I want to be like super invested in. Like, I was still down for this match because they're both great wrestlers, and like, this is for the belt, and let's just say, like, you're not going to be mad if either one wins. but I wanted to be more invested in this match. Still a good match, but I wanted to be more invested. That's my only complaint.
Dizzle, what you got?
I mean, it's one of those expected things as far as MJF winning.
I mean, you got 2/3.
But the situation with now, I don't know what they want to do with trying to. Well, I don't know what direction they want to go with the One Wing Angel, like, because again, very protected move, but at the same time, it's a difficult situation, especially when we tie in the whole thing with what happened on Dynamite, because
I think Loki is upset that MJF technically kicked out the One Wing Angel.
That could be the case. That could absolutely be the case.
Yeah.
But
so,
Bro, he is losing his shit over that kick out.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not mad at it. It's just me trying to figure out exactly what the plan is, because I believe Kenny's going to get one more run as champion. I think that might be his final run.
At this point, I don't know.
Well, judging by the conversation that him and Will Ospreay had, it seems like
they're
trying to find a way to get him back into his level of prominence, and vice versa with Ospreay, because you got two people who are fantastic at what they do and who are held in such high regard in the pro wrestling atmosphere. And the way that things are going with AEW, shout out to AEW for actually, catching me off guard.
Story writing.
I don't even want to say story writing, because I mean they can do that, but I mean just taking a chance and not necessarily playing it safe, because again we talked about Darby, for so long about the issues that he could have, how he would look as a champion, and the way that they played everything up last night showed that they were, again, no pun intended, all in on Darby, and the way that everything built, like it all felt right. Like they took that moment and then they capitalized on everything that was going on, because when you had the organic reaction from the fans across the board, you had the whole thing with MJF, which again makes sense that he would go through this match with Omega, kick out the One Wing Angel, take the One Wing Angel. So I mean, I'm sure he would be feeling the ramifications of it. So you can make sense of him. Now, I don't agree too much with how that match went. I would have wanted a full knockout, drag out win for Darby, because it only.
Well, hold on. Let's put a pin. Let's go ahead and get to it.
That's fair.
So Monday, the show opens up with Darby and Renee, and Darby is like, "Hey, I'm not waiting to double or nothing. I want my title tonight. I want the shot tonight." So he was like, "I'm going to the ring. You tell Max when he gets here, we having that match now." So Darby gets there. MJF comes out, and pretty much MJF was like, "Fam, I just fought against Kenny Omega for almost an hour, and you want me to wrestle you tonight?" And Tony Khan was like, "You know what? I agree with MJF. He shouldn't have to wrestle tonight, but he is going to have to put that belt on the line in the main event." So we get to the main event. Darby gave that passionate speech, which he sounded like he was almost in tears giving that speech.
He was.
He was in the ring.
No, he was.
Like he was very emotional. And then we saw the Stinger give him some words of encouragement. And then we get to the match. And when we get to the match, MJF tried to be up to his old tricks. He was letting Aubrey know he had the ring in his trunks, caught Darby with a low blow. Didn't work. Darby caught MJF with a low blow, hit him with a scorpion death drop, then proceeds to hit 4 consecutive coffin drops from each turnbuckle. Then, like he promised, he picked MJF up. MJF up, hit him with the headlock takeover. 1, 2, 3, and new AEW champion. Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, hold on. Let's go ahead and it didn't play it.
So the title does look good with Darby.
Yes.
The aesthetic of it is good. All of this went the right way. Now, again, I have my reservations on the actual match itself, but hey, we got here. My only thing is that they continue this momentum in the right way. And I would assume that based off of Darby's emotion, that pretty much came from the company actually being behind him and saying, hey, this is your time, we're giving it to you, and then him actually feeling that. Because that once that promo happened, I was like, oh, he's absolutely winning that title. I thought it was going to be a situation where they actually did have the match in the beginning, and we got something that was more akin to the Attitude Era, where Jericho beat Triple H in the first match on Raw. But they reneged on that whole thing, and then he ended up losing it. But this whole situation, I'm intrigued now, because you wouldn't necessarily see too much of this in WWE now, especially with the people that the fans want them to push. But the fact that were they in Seattle? Yeah.
Seattle.
The fact they were in Seattle and Seattle was fully behind Darby, it's like you couldn't have asked for a better crowning of a new champ, that being Darby, than this. So that was the only reason I wasn't so mad at this, because he was at home. Yeah.
But I was on record by saying he should have been the one to dethrone Mox back last year.
Absolutely.
But if they do it right and do right by the champion, by him being champion and him finally getting it, I'm okay with it. I am okay with the fact that, because once you get, like you just said, it was a shock victory on Dynamite. He did it at home. But I think one of the crazier stats, he became the 10th man to ever hold the championship.
Oh, that's
in the 7-year history, Darby is the 10th man to hold that AEW championship.
7 years, damn.
And I think that might be one of the most protected championships at this point in professional wrespling. And well, let me say most protected world championships in professional wrestling at this point, especially in its early stages. I'm actually okay with him actually taking off MJF, because it still furthers that storyline of the 4 pillars, because we still have all 4 of them there. And I feel like now we're going to start getting into, hey, even Sammy Guevara may get back up in the mix, hopefully. And
awesome.
We may start seeing more people that started in AEW with less notoriety, for lack of a better term, and start getting prominence. And I think this is gonna, I think we might get to a point where we start flip-flopping this title a lot more.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be here for that, but as long as the story's well written.
Yeah, I just don't think that. And again, nothing against Darby. I don't see him going past 2026 with the championship.
Well, that's because I think they're gonna do Darby. Like, I think Darby is gonna get that whatchamacallit storyline, but worse. Orange Cassidy storyline.
Not the whatchamacallit. No, I'm kidding.
I know, right? The whatchamacallit. How Orange Cassidy kept defending that international championship to finally when he went up against Mox. But the problem is, Darby is a real life crash test dummy. So Darby will be legitimately beat the fuck up by the time he loses that championship. So, but I will say
I don't want it to be predictable in a sense that he's like a fighting champ to the point of exhaustion and he's battered and bruised and all that shit. I know that makes for good storytelling.
That's Darby's thing, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately.
You know what? I think Swerve takes it from him.
I was just about to get ready to say, I think Swerve may be the one. You got 2 Washington boys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not opposed to that at all. As long as the story's told right.
So now I also wonder, was it just meant for MJF to lose like that? Is he injured? Like, what's up?
He's doing a movie.
Yeah. I believe that's part of the case. Now, the thought also did cross my mind as well to be like, hey, he might try to have a little he might try to contest this whole victory, you know, with Darby. So there's a possibility of that with them trying to run this back and him trying to get the title, which I mean they could easily put that title back on MJF because shenanigans and shit. But MJF he's definitely been running the whole gauntlet with trying to film these movies. So
apparently MJF, the kayfabe announcement was MJF had he wasn't on social media at all. So therefore he was nowhere near aware of his title match coming up.
Well, yeah, he even said that he was
he didn't know Darby won against Andrade.
Yeah,
he didn't even know all that.
So we'll see, because they did say Darby is gonna be on Dynamite on Wednesday and pretty much, give his championship analysis. So maybe we'll probably see who may be, next up or whatever.
I think his first opponent would be Claudio.
I mean, Claudio has beat that man.
Like either Claudio or maybe even Ciampa, but we'll see.
No, I mean Ciampa.
Well, yeah, Ciampa yesterday he said he wants that AEW championship. So hey, double or nothing could be Ciampa and Darby.
Yeah, I'd be down for that match.
We got a solid month into it, so that could possibly be
Isn't that wild though? AEW tells some really good stories in like a month, or like they do the build up proper, like even with a month.
Well,
WWE.
The beauty with AEW compared with WWE is that AEW, they're not afraid to let their people just fight. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like whether you're a bad guy versus bad guy or good guy versus good guy, it doesn't matter. It's like, just go out there
y'all got beef?
Fight. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hell, it ain't even got to be beef. It could just be for the sake of the title. Like it could just be for the sake of I just want the championship, so that's what makes it just cool with AEW's case. Is just the fact that, go out there and fight. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Go out there and fight each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because apparently fucking rankings don't matter a whole hell of a lot, at least early in the year.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make them same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane.